Well, let's get a medical update first. It seemed like maybe it was not as bad as they were concerned about.
Yes, you are correct. So the initial scare was that I had a double kind of situation going on. I had swelling that was pressing against a disc, right? That's what we were trying to test with the MRI. And it was causing all kind of pain. And then I also had a pinched nerve underneath my arm. So basically temporary paralysis on my right side, and then a massive swelling behind my neck that you don't see on camera. Right. That's why my head is like not moving a lot in the shots because I've been like, I have a headache and it's just massive pain shooting up. I took the MRI, very scary, by the way, because they had like a helicopter on standby to Australia. It was a very intense moment. I was like, what is, and you know what's so funny? I'm still in game mode at that time. I'm like, I want to make the merge. And they're like, no, no, we need to worry about your spine. And I'm like, the tests come out. The swelling is not touching the disc. And so they put me immediately on anti-inflammatories, and then I start therapy on my arm. And, I thank God, I thank everybody, from CBS and Survivor, because they gave me the best treatment possible. And I never felt, even though it was serious, I felt like I had the best minds there ever. And I'm in the military and I have a lot of things going on. And the treatment was just amazing. I never felt scared for my life, even though I should have been.
Well, I guess that is the upside, so that is good to hear. I mean, we were absolutely so sad to see you pulled out that way.
He walks in like slow motion when that happens. I was like, why are the waves slowing down? It was like I saw my whole Survivor montage like happen, and I was so mad. I was very, very. I can tell you right now, I was holding back. If you look at my eyes and my facial expression, it was an exercise in so much self-control because I was disappointed. And I felt like I let my team down and I let myself down, right? I was like just reveling with all of this pain, and I'm like, everybody's watching me. Like, I need to be strong. My kids are watching this. A lot of people are depending on
Mhm.
me. And I was just like struggling. And I see this, this man coming here walking in slow motion, all, with the cargo shorts. And it's just like the scene you don't want because he's here for you. There's
Right,
nobody that had a problem but me.
right, right,
It was a
right.
humbling experience.
Let's go back to the beginning of the game though. You're finally playing the game. You're on a tribe who's doing pretty well, right? So you're building relationships. What really were the dynamics between everyone on your tribe?
Well, it's an interesting thing you said, right? We're winning, but sometimes winning can be a problem because you don't know where the lines are drawn and you get what's called like survivor paranoia, I call, you know what I mean? It's like, nobody knows where we are, you know what I mean? Everybody's kind of like in limbo with finding out who to trust. And so the dynamics of the tribe at this point were I make an alliance with Venus because I realized that we're very like-minded in the
Mhm.
way we're over analytical and we have kind of like the same goals. So I feel like an alliance at that point would make sense. She had told me why she's playing the game. It kind of changed my perception of why for the trust ability. So I banked on that and I said, I will trust you. Let's play together. And then I was trying to get involved with Tevin and Hunter's alliance that was going on there. So I kept on talking to Tevin, and the deal with Venus was, in my at that point, was to I will try to take Tevin's perception of you, both Soda, out and kind of have him focus on Soda, and then that will bring Hunter along, right? And then Liz will probably follow them, right? Because Liz was playing a very smart background game at this point. And then I said, Venus, you need to keep Soda at bay for me because I can't trust Soda. I gave her a troll in the beginning, like a little bit of a bait with the Parvati Light comment, not superficial. It was literally a test, and it came right back to me with Venus, and I knew I could not trust Soda at all. And we had that conversation. I was like, it was just a test. Obviously, I don't want to invoke the name of the goat, one of the goats in Survivor, but I had to because that's all I got. I don't know anything about these people other than the introduction. I'm from here. I'm from here. Okay, well,
Mhm.
it's very easy to correlate those dots, and it worked. It came back to me. So immediately, that's dynamic. Those are the dynamics at that point. Venus and I on the outs, trying to work some magic,
Mhm.
with the game, and then me trying to get involved in Tevin and Hunter's alliance, and then I'm seeing where Liz is, and Liz to me convinced me that she would follow those two up until that point where the numbers were, and I was targeting Soda. I love Soda, but she failed my test, and I was
So Tevin and Hunter seemed like the clear duo.
Yeah, if you watch the scenes, they're always next to each other.
Hmm.
There's a reason for that. So there, if you watch the scenes, if you watch the previous episodes, Tevin and Hunter were the first people to click. I thought I was going to click with Soda day one. It didn't work. So
Hmm.
that's why the test came out. But I knew so Tevin and Hunter hit it from day one. They have something that just bonded with them, and it was blatantly obvious. When we're
Hmm.
building the shelter, we're doing everything like that, and it was obvious that Venus and I were on the outs, and it was very obvious that we could not get into that situation easily. I think I had a much better opportunity at chance, and I did. I was able to bridge an understanding with Tevin, which allowed me to kind of get involved there with trying to convince him. You'll see in the last episode, I'm talking to him more because I'm trying to get in. I'm trying to see him. I'm trying to get him to see my perspective of the game as well, because we didn't talk prior to that because he was so into
Hmm.
Hunter you
Hmm.
know. And then so that's where it's at. Yeah, Tevin and Hunter definitely were the first to hit it off, in my opinion, and have the first obvious alliance.
So obviously, when you're whisked off of the beach, you didn't get to pass anything along at that point. Had you already, though, given Venus enough information about like finding the little chest, where it is, all of that?
Great question. Yes, I wanted to give Venus the idol, obviously. I mean the Beware Advantage, my apologies. So she agreed that she wanted it. We did have a conversation. I explained the location of where the box was because I made X's. So
Hmm.
I took the coconuts and I formed an X. And I told her it's going to be near a tree. You're going to see coconuts on the X in an X shape beneath palm fronds that are in an X shape. I was like, you'll see the palm fronds are in an X. So if you walk by and you know what you're looking for, remove the palm fronds, you'll see the X coconuts, and it's right beneath there. So she knew that. And I also gave her the note to read as well. So she
Okay.
knew exactly where it was. And it's because, like I said, I didn't, I'm all for the underdogs. I respected why she was playing the game. And I felt like at that point, the other, the other teammates had a easier odds of not being voted out than her, and I'm going to support my alliance member at that point. I gave her all the information as much as I could.
That's great. That's great to hear. Hopefully, we'll see something play out with that. I did want to ask you, you mentioned online that you were working on moving your grandmother down to
Yes.
be closer to you. She has dementia. Both of my grandmothers had Alzheimer's. I feel you with this. How is that going? Have you been able to set her up?
First of all, I want to say thank you for asking that. That is like, honestly, that is the reason why I'm not having any parties or launch doing anything. I just came back from New York, taking care of her finances, power of attorneys. It is one of the hardest things. It is harder than playing Survivor to see somebody have dementia, severe dementia, and not forget who you are and forget where they are. I'm glad to report. Actually, the reason why I played Survivor was to give her all the money that I make from it to move her to have her live a better life. I was able to figure it out financially on my own. And I'm happy to report she is moving to Florida next month in April.
Oh,
I am finishing all of her medical transfer of information. I cleaned her apartment. I've taken all her furniture. It is hard. It, as you
it
know.
is.
But I am so proud of myself more than anything that I'm able to do this for my grandmother and take care of her in this time. And I cannot wait next month to see her in her new place in Florida next to me, 20 minutes away, hopefully in a nice pool. She's never been in a pool. She's never been, she's never seen, just never been relaxed, with people taking
Mhm.
care of her. I look forward to that event more than anything. Thank you for asking. That really touched me. It's
Absolutely. You guys will have those years together and that's the best. So I wish you all the best with that. And it was so lovely to talk to you. Thank you for your time today.
you. Likewise, likewise. Pleasure.